whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you get me out and fine. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me feel that you whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh,
Unidad y plataforma 96.